Okay, looks like we're live. I just want to do a quick live today. Got some news. I just was messing around with my phone, and today the former president Rodrigo Duterte uh, under he underwent an arrest today. It says he will undergo booking procedure at the Camp Crame headquarters of the Philippine National Police after his arrest at Nino Aquino International Airport on Tuesday. That was today. The police source said that the arrest was served to Duterte by Anthony Alcantara, special envoy to the transnational crime under the office of the president. The source, the former president, would undergo documentation at Camp Crane. I guess I'm going to call it that. While the warrant was being served to Duterte, he was heard saying, "You will just have to kill me." Wow, that's what he said. I believe that too. So just trying to get a little news out there today. Um, my name's Randall. I'm with the Philippines Project, and this is the first news type story that I've ever done. I'm not going to comment politically either way, whether I like the guy or don't like the guy, but he was a very famous, consequential president in the Philippines and very strong. I think everybody knows that. So it says, however, after he said, "You're going to have to kill me," he said, however, he went with law enforcers without resistance. So Duterte is facing possible criminal charges because of his war on drugs, his signature campaign policy that swept him to power in 2016. And I will say this, the Philippines, like a lot of places in the world, had a drug problem, and really a bad drug problem. I think it affects the poor most of all, and there's a lot of poor folks here in the Philippines. It said he was met by key government and police officials from the Department of Justice and Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, as well as members of the International Criminal Court, who were at the arrival gate 116 at NIA Terminal Number 3. That's the newest terminal they've got. It's really a nice place. It says Duterte was later escorted by police to the other terminal. His supporters started chanting his name when Philip Salvador and Senator uh, Bongo and former Labor Secretary Silvestre Bello showed up. Reports have circulated that a red notice had been issued by the International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol, against Duterte. So this is an international deal. And I know there was a lot of people, gunning for him, I'm sure. Uh, he was very, very popular, I think, among a lot of the people. He got elected. And actually, I was in the Philippines the day before he was elected president. We flew out that day right before he was elected. I remember being in Pampanga and in close to San. Hold on here. I can't remember the name of the town. But anyway, we were in Pampanga, and he was very popular there. At least there was a lot of signs, placards, trucks going around, talking about him, and he was very well known for he's going to be tough on drugs. Um, it says an Interpol red notice serves as an international alert for law enforcement agencies worldwide, signaling that Duterte is being sought for prosecution or to serve a sentence for alleged offenses. And I'm just kind of winging this. I'm trying to read it on my phone, and yeah, WTF, that's for sure. Uh, I don't disagree with Mr. Dingus McMuffin here on the live stream. Uh, yeah, it was something else. But it said reports have circulated that a red notice had been issued by the International Criminal Police Organization Interpol against Duterte. An Interpol red notice serves as an alert for law enforcement agencies worldwide. So, I mean, this was not done in darkness, signaling that Duterte is being sought for prosecution or to serve alleged or sentenced for alleged offenses. And it said while the Philippine authorities have not disclosed the specific charges They are widely believed to be linked with the ICC's investigation into alleged crimes against humanity committed during Duterte's war on drugs. And he did catch a lot of flack. Uh, Good or bad, I mean, there was a lot of people killed. I remember hearing at one point it was like 5,000 people killed, and used to, this is just what I heard. I didn't see it, but they'd say you just find somebody shot to death. Police had full reign to shoot and kill people that sold drugs or drug addicts, and you'd see a dead person in the street, and they'd have a cardboard sign around their neck, said drug dealer or drug addict. So to say he was tough on drugs is an understatement of the year. So anyway, um, the ICC formally opened its investigation in September 2021, citing evidence that thousands of extrajudicial killings occurred during anti-drug operations. The court contends that these killings were systematic and could constitute crimes against humanity. So yeah, so that's about all I've got. It hadn't been a very long live stream, but wow, I can remember being in the Philippines before Duterte. I started coming here in 2007, and I come from America, so I thought it was semi chaotic here. Who, who knew? But it was interesting to me, and the traffic was going every which way, and uh, he got elected. I remember when the election happened. Then I came back. The next time when I came back, it seemed like at least from my perspective, a lot of things were in order. And of course, I heard a lot of talking bad about him, a lot of alleged things that he did wrong. I don't know. I wasn't here. I'm not a citizen. Never will be. I'm not really trying to comment politically, but also just from the outside looking in, uh, the streets were a lot cleaner. I don't know if you've ever been to Manila and walked through Baclaran, near the Baclaran Church. The first time I walked through there, I mean, it was kind of a mess, and it was kind of dangerous. A lot of panhandlers, stuff like that. Which that's just being in a poor country. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just telling you how I saw it, and that's the way it was. But when we came back after he'd been in office for a couple of years, that area was all cleaned up, and for the first time, I saw stoplights actually in the city of Manila, and people were actually stopping at them. So it was a different regime. I can't say that everything's going to be great, or uh, he did everything right. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I went to Davao one time. This is my big connection. I went to Davao City one time, which is his hometown, and he was I guess mayor. Go in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, I went there, and me and my wife actually took a picture in front of his old house where he used to live. And, just I was interested. I'm interested in politics. And of course, Philippines politics, I don't know that much about. And again, this is just one guy that lives here, and I appreciate how the Philippines treats me here. And they give me a Balikbayan visa every time I come in, and I can stay here for up to a year. And so I'm appreciative of that. And I know he's got a lot of supporters. Politics is a dirty business, no matter which side you're on. We went through, you might say, almost the same thing in the U.S. Kind of, people prosecuting uh, political adversaries. You want to call it that way. Some people just say, well, they're just a criminal. So there's two sides to every issue, and I'm not trying to get in on either side, but wow, that's big news. Duterte was larger than life, and we don't know. He may get out of this. Who knows? But it looks pretty serious right now. But we'll see how that goes. You never know. I know he's got a lot of friends in high places as well. So somebody said we'll reelect him, uh, and somebody said that they love Duterte. So I mean, I know there's a lot of people. He's kind of like a grassroots kind of guy, a man of the people, so to speak. A lot of people looked at him that way. I never interacted with the former president. I wasn't here a lot while he was here. I know there was a lot of smoking cessation too that I noticed, and I'm in Iloilo City, and I know when I came back, Not many people were smoking, especially in public places. So that was another change that I saw. And I see more people in the United States smoking than I do here in the Philippines in public. You come outside of a Walmart in any town, and there'll be people out there, people on break smoking, and you get hit with all that. I'm not a anti smoking Nazi or anything like that. I used to smoke years ago, and I quit. So I understand it's a hard thing to give up. Um, well, Liam didn't like him. Well, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. A lot of people did. That's kind of where I go with it. Anyway, I'm going to end this live stream, and I don't have a whole lot more to say. If I have an update later, I'll try to let you know if there's any more news develops. And I kind of like news stories, and I love the Philippines, and I love reading about it. And the more I can learn about it, the happier I am. So maybe I'll start bringing some more of this kind of content. If you're new here, if you just jumped on, uh, yeah, I think it was, Liam, about 50-50. That's fair. And but you know, elections are funny things. I'm not commenting on the Philippines election. A lot of people doubted elections in the United States. A lot of people do, and so it can go both. It can be the same here. I'm sure there's a lot of people wondering, well, did he fix it? You got to wonder any election. With so many people in power, and have control over certain areas, uh, elections are clumsy at best. I'll say that. But anyway, again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's called the Philippines Project, and I've been making videos for about 2 years. And I've got about 6,000 subscribers. It's not a big channel, but I enjoy doing it. And if you have a comment below, if you have a question or comment, go down there below. If you'd like to subscribe, do that. You'll get notified when new videos come out. Again, I appreciate you. If you watched to the end of it, thank you very much. And this is Philippines Project signing off. I'll see you next time.